Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm in Moscow, Russia. Now today's video, as you can see from the title, is kind of a shopping center visit. It's actually a new shopping center that you've not seen on the channel, and it's actually Europe's largest shopping mall. Yes, we're here at Avia Park, here by CSK metro station, and we're going to go for a walk around. We're going to see how it's going right now in the shopping center. Is it busy? Is it quiet? Which shops are closed? Why aren't shops closed? And just go for a bit of a walk around and check it out. All right, let's head on inside. Okay everybody, so we're going to start here at Ashan. We're actually not going to go inside in this video into Ashan, but just let you know this place is definitely open, and it's actually as busy as it ever normally is. They have a lot of self-checkouts here, and it's actually built over 2 levels. Imagine a 2-level supermarket. So let's kind of have a walk around. Now this shopping center is the biggest in Europe, so just keep in mind this video can be incredibly long, incredibly maybe not interesting for everybody. Have a look here, they've got a cafe with cakes right here. Oh, that's a good start, isn't it? Have a look at those cakes and cinnamon scrolls. Oh, very nice. Oh, let's go around to this main kind of atrium area. Oh, look, it's candy store. Very nice. This is candy where you buy it by weight as well. Samsung is open. This is a huge Samsung as well. Samsung right there. Have a look at how big is Samsung. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll kind of cut in and out a little bit, but we'll just get an idea of how busy it feels. We'll see if we can find any closed stores, if we can. And just get an idea of the place. These are kind of some of the phone retailers here. This is Megaphone. This is very well known in Russia. And we've got Huawei. I guess it's Chinese, right? Huawei. Okay, we all know Sony. And then, so this is the whole thing with this shopping center. It's actually built over 3 levels. So it's just humongous shopping center. So you know what I mean, it'll kind of still feel quiet even when it's such a huge shopping center. I mean, the biggest shopping center in all of Europe. I mean, that's just hard to comprehend. Here's the other side of the Samsung store. How big is it? S22 is waiting for me. If anybody wants to buy me Christmas present, you're very welcome. S22. Are we seeing any stores closed? Okay, I see Mango here is not open. This is the thing in Russia, so there is stores that have self-sanctioned and closed, and then there's a lot of kind of third-party stores that are selling products from companies that have already left Russia, so to speak. Here is Mango. Pretty sure Mango is Spanish. It's from Spain, I believe. So, Lacoste. I think this is definitely French. Look at the big alligator right there. We know it so well. Now, this is kind of interesting for anybody who might be interested about Apple products. So, Apple has essentially left the Russian market, but this is not an Apple store. As it points out right here, it's a reseller. So it's a third-party store that's selling Apple products under license, essentially. So it's these are all open everywhere in Moscow where we are here. You'll find them. Now we're just coming into the main entrance here. Main entrance? Main atrium. And you can see how big it is. It's just huge. And then there's a really cool aquarium just ahead of us. We're going to have a look at this aquarium. It's very big. This is a cosmetics and perfume shop. So these guys sell a lot of the brands under license as well here. You can see Chanel there, Smashbox, Dior, Tom Ford. So yeah, these are all here. Now have a look at this aquarium. Now this is actually the world's largest cylindrical aquarium. Now have a look at the size of this thing. It's probably hard to get an idea of the size of this on the video, but it just keeps going and going. And this is, you can see the third level up there where the Avia Park logo is. How big this thing is, and it probably, I think it even goes up to the fourth level if there's such a thing. How huge is it? So now this is the one that somebody's asked me about repeatedly. Is L'Occitane open? It's definitely open. Have a look. These guys are definitely trading. There's actually a guy in there buying something. But right next door, Nespresso is closed. Sorry for all you coffee lovers out there. Nespresso is no longer in Russia. I always like this sign. It's just very funny. You can't bring big dogs into Nespresso. Have a look. This sign. Okay, you can't do a lot of things, but don't bring a giant dog inside. So yeah, there's L'Occitane. Definitely open and definitely trading. Okay, and then right on the other side, Adidas is not open. And then Tommy Hilfiger is now closed. We did see that in another video that it was definitely open, but now it's no longer trading. So yeah, there's still a lot of people. Have a look. Everybody kind of just streaming around the shopping center. And then here is Reserved, that's closed. So yeah, it's not somewhere that I come shopping to this place. I think even my wife doesn't come into Reserved, but these guys are closed as well. And then we'll see just ahead of us, actually just over here on the right, is Hugo Boss is not open. Tag Heuer is still here though. This is kind of like a kiosk version. So yeah, and then Sephora. Yes, the Louis Vuitton owned perfume and cosmetics store is not trading. Sephora. Yeah, these guys again have a lot of brands inside that they could keep selling. Actually, the staff are in there. Look at that. The staff are still coming to work. I'm not too sure. They're probably just doing a little bit of rearranging and training and things like that. I guess while ever they're still getting paid, they may as well come to work and, hang around. US Polo Association. It seems very American.
This is Chinese.
It's Chinese. Looks very American, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like polo,
Yeah, right. And then here we come to a kind of stretch of closed stores. We might catch them all in one video clip here. Here is Levi's. These guys have gone or disappeared. Swatch. Tommy Jeans. Yeah, where's the entrance? Oh, the entrance is not even here, is it? Oh, because they've got big glass doors. Yeah, Uniqlo is not open as well. Yeah, look at that. It's a very sad kind of part of the shopping center here. There is a big mixture of Russian brands in here as well. Tissot is here. These guys are, I think the staff member might be on lunch, I think, but these guys are definitely here. Yeah, and these are all other Russian brands right in front of us. Even perfume. Let's keep walking and look for some more stores. And we've come across a couple more stores here that are closed. There's La Motta Market, which is kind of a flooring company that sells the laminate flooring. And then this is kind of the big one that I wanted to show you right here is Obi, which is a German kind of hardware store chain here in Russia. It's a huge kind of big box store that's typically not in shopping centers like this one, and they kind of stand alone, huge places. But there is a competition. There's still Leroy Merlin open, so Obi is just on standby, I guess you could say. Yeah, it is kind of quiet in this little sort of section here. And then here we see Marks and Spencer's, which is a very famous British clothing store. Very popular brand in the UK. And these guys are still open here. Now, again, there's a little bit of conjecture about ownership. What I understand is that it's actually owned in Russia via a Turkish company. This shop is absolutely full with stock. They're definitely not struggling stock-wise. It's not a very well-known brand in Russia, you know. So you're not going to see kind of like the busyness you'd see at H&M or Zara or places like that. So it's definitely open though, and definitely full of stock. And we'll keep walking here to this next kind of part of the shopping center. Actually, what can we see ahead of us? Baskin and Robbins. I wonder if this is American-owned franchise, Baskin and Robbins. It's very well-known worldwide. Actually, even in Australia, where I live by the beach, we had a Baskin and Robbins, and that one in where I live was always busy with people. So, yeah. So there is Hof is just ahead of us here. These guys are trading. Okay, yeah, Russian. Yeah, we kind of, as we're walking around, we're actually kind of just Googling a couple of these different companies to see the ownership. So, yeah, Hof is kind of somewhere between a hardware, homeware store and a kind of an IKEA. It's kind of a bit of everything style store. And then you'll see here some of the homeware shops nearby as well. You know, the kitchen stores. And Coffix, which we see everywhere in Russia. This is the good value coffee. Oh, so Hof is Russian owned. So they'll be very happy at the moment, I think, with IKEA being closed and Obi being closed, that they kind of catch all of the traffic. There we go. There's I think this is actually over 2 levels as well, so it's quite a big place. Okay, so we've come up to the 2nd level now, so we can have a good walk around this upper level. It does sort of show from here how big the place is, and this huge glass domed roof that kind of spans the entire building. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 levels. It's 3 levels of shops, and then that 4th level is an entire kind of a restaurant zone with takeaway and fast food and sit-down restaurants. So up here on the 2nd level, we found a store that's finally closed. There's quite a lot that are open here, you know, with all these Russian brands. Tom Taylor is closed, and then as we keep going, we can see most of these are all open on this level. Okay, we've come across a few more stores that are closed here. Here is one called Mojito, which actually I've never heard of, and I've not seen even in other shopping centers. So I'd be curious who's the owner of this brand. And then just as we swing around, we'll see House, which we've looked up. It's a Polish company. And then they are the same brand just across the way here. Sensei, which is closed, and then Crop. These are all the same brands together. So they kind of put the shops close by each other, and that's also closed. So these guys, you can bring the big dog inside, but you can't bring the ice cream. Just remember that if you come into this store at some point. No ice creams. And then here we see reserved kids. Pretty sure the reserved regular store was downstairs. And oh, it's a Costa coffee. Yeah, there we go. So we were just looking that up. It's actually British, which I thought it was, you know, in my head. But so these guys have actually got good business now that Starbucks is no longer open. Cacharel there is closed. Yeah, it's a great spot here to have a coffee, by the way. Have a look at the view. Oh, another store. There's that aquarium again. And we might get lucky and see the guy feeding the fish, hopefully. Oh, reserved is on this side, sorry. I'm walking in circles. And here's the reserved store that's closed. And then we have another one here, Vass & Co, that's closed as well. Yeah, it's kind of one open, one closed, one open, one closed. Luckily, they're kind of spread out across the whole shopping center, so it's not quite as noticeable. And here we see the competition, I think, to Victoria's Secret. It's called Women's Secret. These guys aren't trading any longer either. So, and then the famous Gap American brand is definitely open. Gap Kids, Gap Adults. These guys are very, very, very much open. Again, people do ask me a lot in the comments, where are all the shoppers? Where are all the people? Now, we are filming this on a Monday afternoon. So I didn't want to come on Saturday, Sunday when it's very typically a lot busier. Because a lot of people who work Monday to Friday would be off on the weekends. But again, Gap is just not as well known a brand in Russia as it is worldwide, particularly in America, Europe generally. We can see all the other stores on this level definitely open. Again, there's a kind of a mixture here of Russian stores as well. Then here we see towards the other end of the shopping center, Pull & Bear is not open. It's actually quite a spacious end of the shopping center here. Just walking around. I mean, there is going to be a bit of a feeling that it's kind of quiet, but there is still a lot of people in the shopping center. I mean, walking around. I mean, for me, typically retail supermarket shopping centers on a Monday afternoon aren't particularly busy. And it feels a little bit quieter, you know, than a normal Monday trading, but, you know, it's still a lot of people. You know, when I was waiting to come in earlier on, you know, there were still people just streaming in the entrance. Here we can see a bit more closed stores down here. Dolce Milk, look at this candy store. Dolce, it's not, is it candy? No, is it? Okay. Yeah, so we had Pull & Bear just here. And then Bershka is also closed. I was wondering where all these stores were, having walked around so much already. And now we've kind of come across them. Bershka right here. And then Zara as well. Yeah, and then here we see Zara is very closed. And then just across Stradivarius. Just feel a bit quieter down this wing of the shopping center for sure. I know I'm kind of mentioning it here and there about how busy it feels. You can see the people, of course, in the video. You know, I don't think, you know, walking around just one lap around gives you that feeling of how busy it is. I keep hearing like the little alarms for the stores go off. They've obviously got their door entrance alarms still on, and they're just sort of activating every now and again. Yeah, look how big the shopping center is. I mean, again, remember this is the largest shopping center in Europe. So it's a big place to start with. Actually, it feels almost echoey over this part of the shopping center. Now, for the few German viewers that I've got for the channel. I just thought I'd just point out here this ladies intimate store, I guess. Honky Mola. Pretty sure I've got that description wrong. And that's about as German as they come. And just as we swing around here, we're going to see... Actually, this is one of, I believe, 3 Starbucks in the shopping center. And these guys are definitely closed. Actually, they've got the roller door up slightly. So I imagine they've still got people coming in to clean and keep the place, you know, nice and organized inside. And then I just thought I'd point out also Stockmann's here, which is a company from Finland. So these guys are definitely open. Actually, I've been to the one in Helsinki to Stockmann's. It's like a huge, like 3 or 4 level shopping center, like one department store size shop, you know. And this Stockmann's also has a lot of the branded products in here. So they've got what they call store within a store concept. So again, where, for instance, Levi's is closed, they've got Levi's here, Guess is here, and a lot of other clothing brands. And then here we can see H&M is no longer open. Actually, this is really a quiet end of the shopping center here. And this is kind of the back side of some of the other stores we've already seen. So, Sinsay here, and then Crop, Reserved. So they're basically, it's like a 2-sided shopping center. And this is the opposite side here. This is very empty down this part of the mall here. You can definitely feel like the empty kind of feel to the place. You know, like when you go home when it's closed at the end of the night. That's how it feels right now in here. And then after walking around floors and floors, we finally find the IKEA here. Now this is actually IKEA City. So it's not the full range IKEA that you're used to, maybe where you live, and go to the one that's the multi-level building with the big car park. This one has essentially all of the top best-selling items, everything from the kitchen section and home goods section, and then anything else where you want, you know, bigger furniture, you'd have to order it and get it delivered or do pickup at another location. Actually, their customer service is still trading right here. You know, they're not doing a roaring trade, but they're still here for people's needs if they have them still. Now here we are on this upper level now, and from here you can get a sheer idea of how big this place is, because it really is just silly how large this place is. I mean, you know, I think it's every lady's dream, of course, maybe a lot of men's dream to come to a shopping center this big. Lego is definitely open. Just want to point this out. I've got a friend who watches the channel, Nicole, and her husband are big Lego fans. So yeah, this is very open. It's also very full as well. Oh, and look what they've got out the front here. They've got the Titanic. This is kind of the grand model, the Titanic Lego model here, right at the front. So yeah, it's a pretty neat store. Look how big this is. This is the few stores that I've walked inside. So I just thought I'd point it out. It's very well stocked as well. It has got a lot of products in here. And the pick-a-brick wall at the back there. I watch your Lego channels on YouTube, so I kind of get all the, I know all the words when it comes to speaking Lego now. So we'll keep walking along. Actually, here we'll see one of the Adidas Kids. So up on this top level here, there is actually a lot of children's stores, kind of mixed in here with the food court area. So it's the actual shopping center is kind of set out in a bit of a pattern. So one level is kind of like a ladies area, one's a men's area, one's a houseware goods area. So yeah, this is Adidas Kids. And this is closed. Actually, the Tommy Hilfiger Kids is closed as well. I just noticed now they've got their banners up here. Rather than actually having the store look closed, they've just put huge kind of like vinyl banners over the store. Now I just thought I'd stop here in this middle island here, or kind of raised walkway that goes right over the middle of the shopping centre, so you can get an idea of the size, and you can see the amount of people walking on each of the levels there. 1, 2, 3. We're up on level 4 now, and predominantly this is all kids stores, and then the food court. And actually here's another very well-known British brand, Mothercare, that's closed. This is actually a very popular store in Russia, so a lot of mothers and families won't be too happy it's properly closed. As we swing around here, actually Benetton Kids is open over there, and then here we are back at the aquarium. You get an idea of the size of the aquarium from here as well, and you can see that other Starbucks just off in the distance over here. There's the one on that ground floor as well. So yeah, it's let's have a look at this roof span right here that goes right over the top of the shopping center. It's a big place for sure. You can see there, actually that top gantry there is where the divers go into the water when they go and feed the fish. Okay, so we've made it up to the food hall and food court section. So there is these big sort of standalone cafes and sit-down restaurants here. And actually just in the very distance there's TGI Fridays, or just Fridays to a lot of people. And then as we swing around here, you'll see some of the other kind of sit-down restaurants. These are kind of a little bit more formal style sit-down cafes, you know, where you've got table service and menus and waiters. And then off a little bit further in the distance is the more traditional takeaway food. You see here also Eat Market. We've seen this in a few other shopping centres, this kind of street food style cafe where they've got this sort of mixture of different countries' foods all together. You can see how big it is here. You can't even see to the other side, it's that far away, the end of the food court. If you asked your friend, you know, meet you at the food court, you'd sort of spend a good half an hour looking for each other. Then here we are at the fast food kind of street, I guess, or aisle. And we can see here some of the brands. Some of the brands you've probably seen in other videos if you follow the channel or you've looked at some of our other tours. But there is only a few that are actually closed here, and they're coming up in just a second. Here's my Kroshka Katochka, my famous potato cafe. And then this is a chicken cafe right here. Gagwa, Kurichka chicken. And then actually, interestingly, at this shopping center, the KFC is actually closed. So this is a little bit strange because in my town where I live and at other shopping centers, KFC is fully open and trading. So that's very interesting. The KFC, and then right next door, we already know so well that McDonald's is not open here. Very sad sight for some people. But if you look at the shopping center, really, you know, they're not struggling, you know, with people with where they can eat. I'd say you have probably 20 of these sort of fast food style kind of cafes, takeaways, and you've probably got at least 10 restaurants that you can sit down and eat at as well. So Lebanon House, Cafe Grill, some nice food there. Oh, we've got the shashlik there, the barbecue meat. Got some different breads right here and salads. And then this one I think is another salad and pizza place. So they have this open kind of dining kind of concept. It's kind of buffet style. And then some of these places you pay by weight when you get the salads. And then things like pizza you'd buy by the slice. And then here is the opposition to Burger King, which actually looks kind of interesting. I might have to try this at some point. These guys are right next door to the ever popular Burger King. You can see the kind of crowds here at Burger King now. There's people queuing up to use the self-help kiosks. And there's a few people lining up at the normal payment as well. So yeah, and then we've got dim sum, teremok, sushi market. So these are all that we've seen at other shopping centers. If you do watch the channel, or if you want to look back at some of the playlists, you can get an idea of what these places look like. And we'll just swing around here and have a look at the food court and see everybody kind of sitting and dining. There's a few other cafes here and juice kind of shops. You can just see how big this food court is. I mean, I'd safely say you've got seating for probably at least 1,000, maybe 1,500 minimum, if you have a look around at the entire place. Okay, everybody, we've come to the end of our tour here of Avia Park here in Moscow, Russia. And I hope this walk around has given you a good idea of what the shopping center feels like. We're now about 7 or 8 weeks into these times that we're living in, I guess we could call it. So, you know, this gives you a good kind of insight to how many people are in the shopping center, what stores are open and closed. And yeah, you know, I do hope you like this kind of video. It is kind of a little bit of an update on other videos that I've done already. So yeah, if you liked it, put a thumbs up, maybe post a comment, let me know what you think. Maybe you've got opinions, maybe you're worried or wondering why things are open or closed still. Let me know in the comments. Okay, traveling with Russell here in Moscow, Russia. I'm heading off on another adventure. So I'll see you everybody later. Bye.